Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at the Pocono Raceway for two races. That's right, you heard me. Two races. Race number one, the Explore the Pocono Mountains 350 here at Pocono. This is a doubleheader weekend that I am trying out for the first time. And we're doing it here at Pocono. 2 points paying races, one today on Saturday, one tomorrow on Sunday. That is if I can get everything edited and uploaded the right way. Anyways, we're getting ready to kick things off here for the first half of the regular season. We're getting close to that mark. Actually, after these two races, next week, we're heading to Charlotte for, I guess, what will be our Memorial Day race, our memorial race for the Armed Forces, as always is, even though it's technically not on Memorial Day. But it will still be our Memorial Day race. On the pole here, we have Jessica Shelton alongside rookie Jose Mills in the number 18. Now, I want to point out, too, before we send things down to the opening ceremonies here, that the way this race weekend works, race number one will have it race. These guys qualified, and this is where they qualified. Race number two, tomorrow, the starting grid will be set by how they finish here. Only it will be inverted. So if you have a very terrible day today, you could have a very good day tomorrow with your cars. Actually, no, I forgot. I read that wrong. Sorry. I'm reading from a piece of paper here. It is based on the inverse of how you finish in this race, unless you have to go to a backup car. Meaning if you wreck out, then you will have to start at the rear of the field for tomorrow's race. There, now that I got that right, I'm going to send it trackside now. We're going to get the opening ceremonies here at Pocono and get this race underway.
And now, to deliver those most famous words in motorsports, please welcome our Grand Marshal, the CMO and Executive Vice President of the Pocono Mountains Visitors Bureau, Brian Bossett.
Welcome, race fans. We're so happy to have you back in the Pocono Mountains. Drivers, start your engines!
Fire, start up, you ready? Start up.
And here we are, Pocono Mountains. Engines are fired here today. We're getting ready for what's set to be 40 laps of racing here at Pocono, the tricky triangle. There is no turn 4, just turns 1, 2, and 3. The race has been broken up into 3 stages of 10, 10, and 20. This race usually loves, to come down to fuel mileage, and we are going to see if it will be just that. As we said, Shelton on the pole. I think this might be her second pole of the season. I'm not entirely sure. I don't have the stats up on me. But for sure, this is going to be very, very interesting as these cars get their fuel stuff warmed up. The pace you can see, lights come on to signify closed pit road as these cars head out onto the racing surface. Pocono. It's a very, very weird track for setup. For setup wise, we're going to see these cars probably shifting a lot more than normal here as these cars head down the back straightaway. Or excuse me, well, this technically signifies as the back straightaway here. 38 cars set to go here. This is going to be fun and interesting to say the very least. Last week's winner, Cody Lamas, starts in last place. He did not get a good qualifying effort here for this race. But that's not going to stop him. We've seen him come from the back to the front. Will we see a new race winner? Or will we see our first repeat winner of the season? That's going to be the question. This track was designed with the turns of 3 completely different racetracks, including Indianapolis, which I believe that's the turn they're going through right now. But here we go. The pace car ducks in. We are getting ready for the start of the Pocono race. Green flag is out. We're underway. As you see these cars fan out, all 38 cars made it through the green flag. Jessica Shelton with the early lead. RJ Bishop coming up right behind her in second place. It does get a little difficult to pass here, so we could see these cars get single file pretty good here. It takes a pretty good run in order to get around. And as I say that, here comes Jose Mills battling back underneath the 12th car. That's going to be for second place. Put that 18 car up to second. As they crossed our finish line, here comes Allie Rain. Allie, who needs a good finish to get herself back up into the top 25 in points. She's going to pass the 12 car for third. Here comes that 4, Zachary Fitzwater and others. 2 opportunities in this race. 10 laps. Get you some stage points here. We'll see what happens. Ford, Toyota, Ford. Your top 5 right now. All Fords. The first Chevy is that number 62 out of Beard Motorsports for of Daniel Voiles. The top 2 begin to pull away. The 18 car kind of closing in on the back bumper of Jessica Shelton as we're looking towards the mid-pack back here. There's Roberto Crown Jr. He's also got to fight to stay inside the top 25 in points. My apologies. Sorry for going quiet here. As these continue to go on. Down the front straightaway. Look at the battle for the lead. Allie Rain going to try to get it over Jose Mills. Down the front straightaway. Again, my apologies. Now, Allie Rain leads the lap, but here comes Daniel Voiles to the inside. Voiles going to try to take the lead here. The fastest car on the racetrack actually is that number 62. Jose Mills looking back here. Shelton looking to try to get back up here as well. I see the 78 of Laura Chung up here. Off turn number 3 to the front straightaway. It's going to be Daniel Voiles leading. He's opened up a bit of a gap, about a 0.2 of a second gap over the 14 car of Allie Rain. Jose Mills slotted into third, Chung in fourth, Shelton back to fifth, and then we got more fourths back here. The battle heading on here as we're within the final 5 laps of the first stage. Look at the Petty GMS cars working together here. They're both going to go around the 4 of Fitzwater. If there's one thing I have noticed, and that's out of this season, that's that these two cars, the 42 and the 43, have worked together at any style racetrack, not just the play tracks. They have worked together and with drafting on many other tracks here, as we have a battle for third place up ahead. That's Laura Chung going around the 14 of Allie Rain. Now Laura makes her way up to second place. Now look at her, or third place, excuse me, and then she peeked out trying to go for second place over Jose Mills. I want to kind of see how long these cars can go on a tank of gas. So I want to see if these cars can make it all the way to the end of stage number 1. Laura Chung makes the move. Allie Rain right behind her. And the two females move up to second and third. Meanwhile, Voiles starts to pull away. He's probably about a half a second now over second place. Just about. 0.4 of a second. We'll see if Allie can work with Laura. Try to get them back up here. Shelton on the outside Shelton gets put on the outside back there. Look at the 42 trying to get underneath the 17. Will the 43 duck out and go with him? Yes, he will. Cole Baker going to go with his teammate. Going to try to pass up one car at a time just to try to get up here. They're both inside the top 10 as the 17 car begins to fight back a little bit on the 43. Look at the 42 going to go underneath the 10 of Shelton. Can Cole Baker follow? That's going to be the question. Getting very close. Back here as Daniel Voiles continues to lead the race. Still holding the fastest lap time. Can the 78 car of Laura Chung get up there? This is going to be a pretty good points payout for her if she can finish where she's at here in the States. But look at the 42. Bobby Frazier just gets, his car must really be handling pretty good here as he's going to try to go underneath the 12 of RJ Bishop, and that's going to be for the 5th position. Clears. Puts 2 cars between him. Oh, the 16 car really dove it off into the corner there. Oh, we got cars coming to pit road. I knew it. I didn't think these cars would be able to make it all the way to pit road, or to all the way, but now we can have a very big whole different top 10 coming to the line, is that we have one to go on the stage right here. This is the last lap of the stage. We got Roberto Crown Jr. trying to take the payday not the payday, but the points day he needs right here. And look at them, 3 wide for what's going to be the 2nd position. Let's see if anybody stays out this time for our 3rd time around. This is pretty much what could happen here. 16 cars begin to pull away. Dylan Poteet secures 2nd place now. Henry Sanford battling Anthony Mercuri for the 3rd spot. We'll see if anybody indicates coming to pit road this time. Looks like the 16 car is going to come. The 6 car looks like he might be coming. We'll see if any of these other cars come down pit road, if any of them stay out. Down pit road they go, but it looks like Kyle Matthews is going to win the stage. Kyle Matthews stays out. He's the only car to stay out, as everybody else makes it to pit lane here. And we'll see if anybody crosses the line here. Okay, well, right there. There it is. There's your top 10 for the stage points. Kyle Matthews is probably going to come down pit road this time by. We'll see if it helps him or where it puts him out. But we're going to take a quick commercial break and be right back with more action here at Pocono. We are back here at Pocono as Kyle Matthews makes his way to pit road. We are looking now at the person who may recycle around to be the race leader, which would be Daniel Voiles right now, I would believe. I guess in a way we'll have to find out. Pretty sure it would be Daniel Voiles at this point. We now are racing to the completion of lap number 20. That's the end of stage number 2 as the 62 car comes around the front straightaway. He will pass Kyle Matthews, who's just now coming out of pit road, and the 62 car will then take the lead with the 2 females right behind him. Laura Chung and Allie Rain battling out for 2nd and 3rd. Then it's 3 wide back here for the 4th place. That's Bobby Frazier, RJ Bishop, and Roberto Crown Jr. Henry Sanford right behind, Dylan Poteet right behind them. 42 backs out of it, does not make it 3 wide as RJ will take the spot. These two have to try to work together, maybe use some draft to catch up to the 62 car. 16 car doesn't get a good entry in the corner. He's going to lose a lump. He's going to lose a bunch of spots as they come across the line this time. Now the 42 car makes a good move on underneath the 12 car. A little bit spread out they are from the pit stops. Up ahead, the 78 car, it looks like they've kind of caught the 62 car. Now the 78 says, I'm going to try to make a move for 2nd position. Didn't quite get what they wanted out of the fuel out of the fuel mileage there. So we'll see what happens now. The 78 car takes over 2nd position. Can she come up and pass the 62 car and get the lead and lead the lap and get that extra bonus point. Look at the run she's getting, the draft she's getting down the front straightaway. We'll see if it's enough to try to make a run. And look at her, she's going to pull to the inside of the 62 car. Has to get hard on the brakes and is unfortunately going to not be able to clear the 62 car. But she is all over the back bumper. Going to try to use a bit of a side draft on the back here, peeking her nose out. Now she tucks back in line. We'll see if she can try to make a move in turn 3. That's got the 14 right behind her. These three all close up here. They're about 3 seconds ahead, give or take, of first place here. So this is the main pack. Well, that was a lot of getting out of the throttle those cars had to do. Crossing the line, 6 laps left. Madeline Crenshaw up here battling Dylan Poteet for what should be the 10th position here. 42 is up here as well. There's the 43. Those two were working together earlier. We'll see how it goes now. 7 car is going to tuck in behind Poteet, and that's going to open the door for Cole Baker to try to make a move on the inside. Meanwhile, back up at the front, it's a very, very tight 3-car battle for the lead. Oh, and I think the 14 might have just hit the back of the 78 car. That's going to cause Allie to lose a lot of her momentum. 5 laps to go in the stage. And these cars can go roughly 9 to 11 laps on fuel from the previous time they came in. So we should actually be expecting these 3 cars in front of us to be coming down pit road anywhere within the next probably 2 laps. Look at the pack behind them, 3 seconds behind. That's it right there. Look at the 78 car just get right to the back bumper of the 62. See if the 78 can generate another momentum, maybe peek to the inside to try to get around Daniel Voiles. Nothing this time. 4 laps to go. Curious as to where the 5 car settled in, and he settled back into about the 23rd position. You know, Kyle staying out like that, if we don't get any yellow flags, I wonder if that could be the strategy to win this race with Kyle Matthews staying out the longest. And so far so good. Nobody has been involved in a wreck to get themselves out of the race. Knock on wood, barring a mechanical failure for one of these cars. Anything that has to make them go to a backup car will cause them to have to start the race at the rear of the field. We're getting close to about the time we should start seeing these cars come down pit road, and right now it's not happening just yet. Still not seeing anybody break off for pit road just yet. Laura Chung again gets a good run down the straightaway. Will she peek out? Will she try to get around the 62 car? She's content just riding behind him right now. These cars still holding about a 3-second gap over 4th place. Now the 14 is going to peek to the inside of the 78. Allie says, if you're not going to make a move, I will. Allie clear for 2nd spot. Well, she was clear for 2nd spot. Still nobody coming down pit road yet. I'm guessing they'll probably be down this time by. For those who can't make it. 2 laps left in the stage, and it's still a battle for 2nd place. Oh, look at the 78 car trying to peek underneath the 62. We'll see if they have to come down pit road this time by, though. I'm thinking they are because I see them slowing down. Yes, they are. Slowing down, but Henry Sanford is not. So here we go. Last lap of stage number 1. Henry Sanford leads them. Kyle Matthews getting past here. We'll see what happens. We know that Kyle Matthews can run at least one more lap than the rest of these cars. So we'll see if they come down pit road and let Kyle win another stage. Coming through the corner, coming off. And it looks like they're coming down. The 22's coming down. 38, all of them coming down except for Kyle Matthews. And just like before, Kyle Matthews is going to win stage number 2 on fuel mileage. Now we're going to watch the rest of these cars as they try to come down pit road. The 19 car just gets by as the 38 comes through. And I think that's going to be the end of it. Yes, it is. Right there. That's the end of stage number 2. Kyle Matthews wins it yet again. We'll see him coming down pit road this time by as you see your stage results posted. We're going to take another break and be right back with the rest of the racing here at Pocono. We are back here for Pocono Racing here, looking at Kyle Matthews as he is coming down. Colin Cropley is second, but here's what should be the race leader as they cycle back around. We'll see what happens. You see the 5 car coming out of pit road. The 62 is going to pass them. So this is your top 3 right here once again. Madeline Crenshaw comes out in 4th place, but she's about to get passed by Henry Sanford. Where did Kyle Matthews and them come back up into? Right about here. We'll see what happens. Kyle should have the freshest tires of the pack here, and we'll see what's going to happen as these cars come around. Here comes Allie to the inside of the 78 car. Allie gonna try to take the momentum, but I don't think it'll happen. The 78 car might get the run off of turn number 1 and be able to clear the 14, but no, the 14 with the side draft. We'll see if the 14 can clear the 78 car coming into the tunnel turn. And she will. The 14 car does clear the 78. Now, can the 14 run down the 62? And Allie get her 2nd win of the season. These two females have already have been the victory lane this season. The 62 has been the victory lane, but it was in a dual race at Daytona, not a points-paying race. So he's looking for his first points-paying win. Is now the 78 car going to go to the inside? We'll see if she can make it work. Tucks back in behind the 14. Meanwhile, back here, look at Cody Lamas has been up here. He's in 11th place after starting dead last. Cody Lamas trying to stay up here. Meanwhile, these 3, once again, in a very, very tight 3-car pack here for the race lead. All it's going to take is one slip up by one of these cars, and they're going to get a run and try to get around him. Voiles is just trying to drive his car. This is going to get interesting. These cars have been having to pit almost every 9 to 10 laps. So it means that we might see these cars, these front cars, come down pit road. Might see these cars come down pit road on lap 29 going to 30. Which could make it very interesting if these cars can make it all the way until all the way to the end. Now look at the 14. Allie Rain gonna step out underneath the 62 car. Let's see if she can make it happen. Allie Rain gonna try to use the side draft off the 68. Getting very close. We'll see if she dives it off into the corner. She will. And look at the 78 gonna do the exact same thing. So new leader, Allie Rain in the 14 for Stewart Haas Motorsports. Or excuse me, Stewart Haas Racing. Look at the pack battling back there. 3, almost 4 wide for some of these drivers going off into turn number 1. And this is battling back around the 10th position too. All eyes are still on the front, with one pit stop looming. At least one more pit stop. Some of these may have to take 2. We're going to see. Allie Rain takes the lead, which is the worst place, honestly, to be, because it is very hard, or it would be very hard for her to save gas. Race leader still. Keeping an eye. Can Laura Chung get around the 14? Can she have a better pit stop than the 14? That's the big question. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to be the pit crews today that are going to put somebody in victory lane. Caution-free race since the start of this race here at Pocono, which is always good because it makes pit strategy all the more better. Oh, the 78 car dove it into turn 1 there. We'll see if she can get a good exit. Maybe try to take some momentum and pass the 14. Look at down the back straightaway they go, coming to the tunnel turn. The 78 doesn't look like she wants to. Oh my gosh, she's getting very close. I thought maybe she would have put the bumper to her. Look at the other pack here. Oh, the 78 car. Look at that. She's going to dive it off into turn number 3. Oh, short pitting. The 78 car, Laura Chung, coming to pit road. It's going to leave Allie out on the racetrack as we have a couple of cars coming down pit road early. Or at least earlier than I thought. This is a lap earlier than I thought. We're going to see what's going to happen for the rest of these drivers. Ford, Chevy, your top 4 right now. And then I guess Ford would be for the 5th, would be for Jessica Shelton, who's currently running 5th. This will be interesting. I want to see if Kyle Matthews staying out for as long as he did before will mean anything in terms of how close he can get to winning this race. Here comes the rest of the cars now. The 22 is going to stay out another lap. And the 22 has a big gap between him and whoever is going to be next. Look at all the other cars staying out here. 22 going to hit into some lap traffic here. We're going to see what's going to happen. This is where the craziness is going to come into play. Fuel strategy. Everybody is still into play. 22 coming to pit road this time. Others coming to pit road. And Kyle Matthews is not. Kyle Matthews will take 10 laps to go at the line. This means that Kyle Matthews only needs to put a couple of laps of gas in his car. Enough to make it 10 laps. No, he doesn't really need anything else. A splash and go would be good enough to get him 10 laps. We'll see what happens. I think at this point, Kyle is good to go on gas, better than everybody else who just came down pit road this time. But we're going to have to wait and see what's going to happen. Nick Gunther in the 21 car, who's also doing very terrible in points right now. Very terrible in points. Are stayed out as well. This could potentially be the battle for the race lead, but we're going to have to wait and see who can have it via fuel mileage as the other two come down pit road right now. It's three out of the 4 or 5 females in this series. Laura Chung, Allie Rain, and Madeline Crenshaw. The other female being Jessica Shelton, and then Christina Bell, which I believe are the only. So there are 5 females in the series, and 3 out of 5 of them are running up front. There they come, the 21 and the 5 out of pit road, but these cars are going to pass them before they even make it out of pit road. So now we have an all-female battle for the lead here as the 14 going to go underneath Laura Chung. Now the question of this remains. Laura came down pit road earlier than the rest of these cars. So my question is, does the 78 car even have enough gas to make it to the end, let alone the rest of these cars that are up here right now? Madeline Crenshaw put herself in a position to win this race. The 42 car going to try to go underneath her as she's stuck behind. The 7 car is going to throw a block here, and we'll see what happens as the 42 gets around the 7. That was just a bad timing for the 7 car, who lost a lot of momentum out of turn number 2. Bobby Frazier could play spoiler in that Petty GMS car. He's now going to go underneath the 78 car for second place. I am unsure of when the 42 came down pit road, but we'll see what's going to happen here. The 7 car looking to either make it 3 wide or push with the 43 car. We'll see what's going to happen here. 7 car going to go down and try to make the pass. Henry Sanford coming up here as well. We'll see if the 7 car dives it, and yes, she does. 7 car going to throw it off into turn 3. Look at the 42. Look at the run he's got. Fresher tires. I think a lap or so fresher tires, and he's going to try to take the lead on the front straightaway here with 7 laps to go. Like I said, I'm not sure if all of these cars have enough gas up here to make it to the end. That's what's going to make things very, very interesting. Oh, Henry Sanford! Henry Sanford just bumped the back of the 7 and put her in the wall. Oh, I don't think she is going to be very happy about that. Absolutely insane move. Henry Sanford bumps the back of the 7 and pushes her into the wall, and I don't think it's really hindered her because she's already kind of trying to fight back here. 6 laps to go. Henry Sanford trying to get his first win of the season. Will he pull out ahead of the 14 car here? It doesn't look like he will. She's better try to put some distance between himself and the 7 car, because I don't think that 7 was very happy about that. Oh, look at the 7 drive it off into turn 3. She is not happy with the 22. Oh, she is right on his back bumper. There she goes. She's going to duck to the inside, but I don't think she'll have enough momentum. She might have to pull back in line. I think she will. Not quite clear. 5 laps of racing to go. That 22 had the fastest lap. Look at him right on the back bumper of Allie Rain in the 14 car. Allie going to get a good run. Allie going to go to the inside of the 42, and the 7 going to go to the inside of the 22. Coming to 4 laps to go. The 7 might try to get up. I'm not sure. Madeline Crenshaw are going to try to use the draft of the 14 car. Now the 42 going to come to the inside here, maybe to provide a little bit of draft help either. And the 7 car should take over the 3rd spot. Look at the 22 fight back on the outside here. Allie Rain takes the spot back. 7 car going to have to pull back in line. Again, we're going to have to keep an eye on the fuel for these cars. Here comes the 42 car back to the inside. You know, I talked earlier about it being difficult to pass here, but these cars are making it look pretty easy. Here we go. Oh, the 42's coming to pit road. 42 cannot make it. The 42 cannot make it on pit road. Or excuse me, he cannot make it to he made it on the pit road. He just could not make it to the end of the race. So we're watching the rest of these cars now, and that's with 3 laps of racing to go. Can the rest of these cars make it? That will be the big question. Henry Sanford are going to go to the inside of the 14 down the back straightaway. Daniel Voiles, who I believe has clinched most laps led in this race, possibly, is fighting here. It's a 3-car battle for the race lead at the moment. We'll see if any of these cars have to come down pit road this time. No one's making an indication out of the top 3, but the 62 car is. 62 car is coming to pit road, but the top 3 are not. 2 laps of racing to go. Caution! The caution is out. And they crossed the line. Oh, Trent Dunham with a blown motor, it looks like, has really got the back end of the wall there. And apparently missed entry to pit road. We're going to have to try to take a look at that. The caution is out, but I don't think the leaders took it. I think the leaders are still racing back to the line. Or at least these 2 cars are. And right now, Allie Rain has it. The question will remain now if these cars can coast around under caution. And look at the 22 car going to make it a battle coming to the yellow and checkered, or the yellow and white flag. Allie Rain takes the white flag under as well as the yellow flag here. And we're going to see if these cars will have enough to even make it to the checkered flag. Pace car is up here. These drivers have got to get around the pace car, the 10 and the 12. But our eyes, our focus is going to be on the 14 and the 22. The white flag was already displayed. This race is going to end under yellow, as the 10 and the 12 are going to split the pace car to try to catch up to where they were. Does the 14 give up the race and come to pit road. Oh, he's out of fuel. No way. He's out of gas. The 14 is pulling down. I think he is out of gas. The 14 under pacing is out of gas. Everybody else slows down. The 14 is going to come down pit road. Oh, this could be interesting. Does this 14 car still beat the rest? I don't know why the rest of them slowed down. And I think Henry Sanford is going to win this race under caution. He does. Barely. The 14 car crossed the line on pit road right after the 22 did. So Henry Sanford wins the first race of the weekend here at Pocono. Under the caution flag, Henry Sanford coasts across the line for his first win of the season. Absolutely incredible. I don't even think he's going to do burnouts. I don't think he has enough gas. So we're actually going to go ahead, and while this happens, we are going to go take a look and see at what happened to Trent Dunham to bring out the caution flag. Let's see. He's coming through. He's coming through. Did something happen in front of him? Oh, yep, right there. It was James Qualls. A bit of a stack up. Watch the 77 of Christina Bell check up. Qualls doesn't even have time to react to it. And Trent gets spun 90 degrees up into the wall, collects Dylan Poteet, and that's what brings out the caution flag. And then Joven gets into the back of Poteet. Joven goes up the track, hits the wall, and loses a lot of momentum. So that's what happens to bring out the caution flag here as this race is over. Pace car will be coming down pit road. Pretty sure the race is official at this point. Yes, it is. Gonna go ahead and do that. Alrighty. Export. Usually I cut away from this, but I don't have to now. Alright, we're gonna go S13 Pocono 1. And there we go. The race has been exported and saved. Gonna go ahead and get my pictures of the results here so I can do the points afterwards. Jessica Shelton still there, but so Jessica Shelton, who got the who got the pole for this race, because the field is pretty much inverted, will get the pole for tomorrow's race as well. So absolutely, I mean I don't necessarily think that was intentional because that's a lot of points she lost, but it's gonna be interesting to see if she can come back next week. Or tomorrow, excuse me. As you can see where you finish here, you know, very interesting. Henry Sanford coasts across the line. Allie Rain still somehow manages to finish second. Madeline Crenshaw battles back to third. Cole Baker fourth. Cody Lamas comes from last to fifth. Roberto Crown Jr. sixth. Trey Wright seventh. Anthony McCurry eighth. Simon Oskin ninth. And Zachary Fitzwater rounds out your top 10. What an interesting evening here at Pocono. Race number 1 is in the books, and we are going to get these cars impounded, fresh tires, full tank of gas, and we are going to get them ready to race tomorrow. Trent Dunham will be the only car that has to go to the rear of the field, and he'll have to try to make his way up from there. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Michael Norman, the official voice of the Budweiser All-Pro Series, saying I'll see you guys tomorrow for Pocono race number 2.